Hello everybody, we are in Malinovka, standard mode, West Spawn, for a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film featuring a new player to the Hall of Fame and his initial entry in his looks. It's Jaksapper from the European server, and I believe he's from the UK to be precise. We have 3 artillery on each team and 3 scouts on each team. Only 2 heavies on the enemy team, and his team has 5 heavies, so armor advantage goes to Jaksapper's team. But this is a spotting map, folks. This is the queen of spotting maps, even though it's been offset a little bit by the way they changed the bushes, especially from the west side. You can still have some really good mission spotting. And many times the team with the best scouts will win this map. So as Luchs are prone to do, they like to go up to this forward position instead of the bush back in E4, because they can almost fit inside this most forward bush and hide from the guys coming up here, whereas the bigger scout can't do that, so they can't afford to come so far forward. So as you might guess, it's Malinovka. It's going to be a spotting battle. There's not going to be a lot of action on his part for a while. So grab some popcorn and settle in. Notice all those targets he could have shot at, but didn't. In this bush, any of this little clump of bushes up here, if you're up here, unless you know you're going to take the guy out and there's nobody else left that's going to see you, don't shoot. You have to truly be passive here and let your team do the work. Unless you want to get blown up or be forced to retreat. And you will get some very tempting shots to where, man, if I just squeeze off a clip, I know I can get a kill. Get rid of that tank we need a kill, but if your team's shooting at what you see, then let them keep doing it. Don't blow your cover or concealment. The OI Experimental's headed up toward the hill, which is a good tank to have up there. This is Jack's first entry into the Hall of Fame, but he's not new to scouting. For example, his crew on this tank is about 2/3 of the way through their 4th skill. Nice shot, Artie. That was a good tank to take out of the equation. I know when I'm playing, Artie can't take out enough derps and TDs, man. The more of those you take out, the happier I am, because they're the guys that can one-shot me. So he sat here and watched tanks move to the north, move to the north, move to the north. And he's banking on the fact there's nobody left close enough to see him if he fires, so he's going to start trying to get some damage himself. And you can see at 416 meters, good luck hitting anything. Your shells don't have any punch left at that distance, but hey, never hurts to try, and maybe you'll get lucky. Seriously though, at that distance, you're just wasting ammo. So now he's going to move out. We know the Luchs is up there in the building somewhere. Most likely another tank or two. I'm sure he's going to move up here and peek around the corner and see what he discovers. He has the heavies moving up on the far side. Perfect time. Oh, it's just the Luchs. This guy is dead. He may not die this clip, but yes, he does. With the two heavies moving in from the other way, that guy was a goner no matter what he did. Still a close battle. They only have a one tank lead, and they have several people camping or AFK. I haven't figured out which. Back on spawn. So they need to take care of things rather quickly over here because they may end up either defending or find themselves in a cap race. But you don't want to leave 3 artillery sitting out there waiting to drop things on your head. You have to eliminate those guys. There's one of them, Lorraine. 155. Perfect. The heavy hits him and that lets him finish him off. So now he's just trying to run and get some concealment back because somebody saw him to the north. And it was the E25, which you really don't want to stay in his sights very long when you're Luchs, because 3 shots from him and you're dead. So he takes some evasive maneuvers and it's like, maybe I better not go straight north because I'm probably not going to like what happens if I do. The people back to the west have shown a capability to repel the invaders over there, so power slide into the bush. I thought he was going to go back to the west and come up and spot for them and then come back over the hill, but what he's doing is setting up for his, well, I thought he was doing that too, and now he's not. The E25 over here has to come down and reset or lose, and I thought he was just going to wait and, well, here's the artillery. Gets to squeeze off some rounds at him. Here comes the E25. Take him out. He's the bigger threat. Ah, not quite. Needed one more hit. Oh, and he dies. The Nashorn got him from up there. But the E25 and the Nashorn both go down, and now it's just the Bishop, and there's no way he's pulling himself out. It doesn't matter because Cap is done somehow. The Bishop survived. He should be happy for that. Even though he lost, he survived the fight, and he had 2 kills. It wasn't like he was sitting back. He's a good player. So, bad news right at the end, but because of his spotting damage, he ends up in the Hall of Fame. He had 452 damage, 2 kills, 23 of 46 shooting, that's 58%, and 4,934 spotting damage with 12 spots. He earned 53,338 credits because he didn't run any APCR at all. I don't think. Maybe he fired a couple rounds of it. And he had 2,379 XP. Did not survive the fight, but he got a patrol duty and a scout, and then spotter and fire for effect mini medals, and that gives him a battle score of 2,429, which puts him into 3rd place on the Luchs list. Very straightforward battle, typical of many battles you'll see lower tier scouts play, to where they can move up in this forward bush in kind of right on the edge of F5 and the edge of E4, and spot there. Once everybody's moved farther up the hill over here, they're at the liberty of doing some limited sniping when the opportunity presents it on a target that's out of range to be able to view them back. And then you just come up the water and come over here and start hunting arty or hunting tanks and help clean up whatever tanks are left if you've won your side of the battle over there. And at the end, he got picked off by a TD, but it was a very solid performance. You saw that once he took out an arty, he got sniped by the E25. He couldn't see it. So unlike heavy drivers who would stop in their tracks and get the deer caught in the headlights look and just sit there and kind of drool on themselves, he was smart enough to start taking evasive action, turn back and forth, do a couple circles, and try to keep the E25 from being able to hit him if the E25 managed to get another shot off, which he never took. He got behind bushes, he got concealment, and then he moved to a different position. At first I thought he was just going to set up and wait for the E25 to come down and break up cap, but he moved forward, and I don't know if that was his undoing or not. If he would have stayed in this bush concealed, he probably could have picked the E25 off and survived, but it's just a matter of the Nashorn was still sitting up there. It probably still could have taken him out because it can one-shot him. So maybe it didn't matter in the end, but either way, he ends up with a great battle and in the Hall of Fame for the first time, so congratulations. From Malinovka Standard West, jaksapper and his Luchs. Happy hunting.